Piles of trash, abandoned homeless camps, and a dumping ground. No one wants that near their home, but that's what one of Albuquerque's oldest neighborhoods is enduring. And the owner of that land may surprise you. News 13's Chris McKee is on special assignment.
Take responsibility for this area.
It's a major mess and a visible frustration.
It's not what you want to deal with.
With what keeps popping up,
Garbage and plastic cups.
right next door.
I would say maybe once a week they come and throw a little something.
State-owned land next to Perry Pena's home and a lot of others has become a dumping ground.
Sometimes it's branches, broken glass, and rocks and pavement.
And Pena is not the only one noticing either.
I think it's frustrating for all of us.
Francis Armijo has also seen the trash.
We see mattresses, we see chairs, we see garbage, we see, tree limbs.
She's the co-chair of the South Broadway Neighborhood Association. Her family's lived here for 4 generations.
I don't think there's any other neighborhood that gets dumped on like we do, to tell you the truth.
She points to the easy freeway access as the main cause of it.
People just drive by in here and leave all their debris here.
The South Broadway neighborhood has a big strip of empty land right along the west side of I-25 between Cole and Avenida Cesar Chavez, an inviting site for trouble. We walked right through one gate that used to be locked.
You can see tire tracks.
We found abandoned homeless camps, rotting clothes and books, even VHS tapes, and a lot of empty liquor bottles and cans.
But here's a good example, see?
We even saw porch chairs.
And there's some garbage there.
From Sky News 13, we also saw a mattress under a tree. So who's responsible for cleaning it up? The land is owned by the New Mexico Department of Transportation.
It's considered in our right-of-way.
Spokeswoman Bernadette Bell says cleanup crews are well aware of the illegal dumping problem.
It is a continual thing.
The DOT says the property gets cleaned as needed by a crew of about 7 to 8 guys who are responsible for 3,000 miles of road. They've spent 150 combined man-hours in the neighborhood since April.
We don't treat this any differently than any other property that we might have that has some litter or debris.
But neighbors don't see it that way.
I don't think they do enough.
Have they been good neighbors to you at this point?
They have not really, no. They have not.
While neighbors appreciate any help, some feel the DOT has forgotten about the land.
And I've been asking them to fence this for years.
They want more fencing, which right now only borders the roadway. They also point to these old, weathered no trespassing signs, which were finally replaced this summer. We questioned DOT about its response to the illegal dumping.
Isn't there more the state could do to really prevent that?
Well, you've got to remember the scope of the department.
The DOT says its cleanup crew is small, and its priority is to clear hazards on the roads before dealing with problems off-road.
We are here to ensure that the roadways are safe, that they are clear of debris.
The state says it can look into more fencing, but neighbors also want the state to make the area look nicer as a whole, with sound walls and landscaping along the freeway. A lot of other places around Albuquerque have that, except South Broadway.
Why do you think that is?
Well, we're poor neighborhoods, and they don't really care about poor neighborhoods. That's obvious.
The state disagrees with that idea.
To suggest that this is a forgotten area is just simply not true. We're doing everything we can with the resources that we have.
The DOT is now studying improvements on I-25 from the Big I down past Rio Bravo, but it's too early to tell what kind of a makeover the area between Cole and Cesar Chavez will get. Until then,
More of that.
they say neighbors will have to take on sprucing up the area themselves.
The scope of the department is not to landscape. If they want beautification, we are open to that. We're opening to entering into some kind of an agreement.
It's not what neighbors really want to hear.
I don't care where you live, Chris. You want the best neighborhood that you can. So we're not any different than anywhere else in the city.
On special assignment, Chris McKee, KRQE News 13.
New Mexico DOT says anyone who catches people in the act of dumping trash should call the police, then call DOT for a cleanup crew. Open the KRQE News app to see a picture gallery of the problems that we found in that area.